Hello, I am Dr. Shivakant Pathak. Teach to motion in one dimensional, a new chapter. In this motion in one dimension, we will see some fundamental physical quantity of a physics, especially in the mechanics. This fundamental of the physical quantity plays very important role when we are going to see some complicated and tough fundas and numericals of mechanics and dynamics. So see very carefully the fundamentals physical quantity. They seems to be very simple, but if you are not able to understand the logic behind that, it becomes very difficult to understand the things. First of all, we are going to start this chapter motion in one dimension with the first topic, motion and rest. Motion, before understanding the topic motion and rest, first of all we are going to see one term here. This is frame of reference. With help of this frame of reference, we will try to understand the position of rest and position of motion. Means what is the state of rest and what is the state of motion actually. Frame of reference is 3 coordinate system. X, Y and Z. You are knowing these 3 perpendicular. See, at origin O, this is the position of observer is here at point O. It is considered the observer is at point O. Right? This is in the direction of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. This is called frame of reference. Okay. Now we will use this frame of reference to see the state of rest or state of motion. Suppose we are going to see first of all rest. In this rest, see here a frame of reference O, X, Y, Z. This is frame of reference. This frame of reference is at rest at point O. Let a ball is in motion in the direction of x-axis. Right? So here in this, if its position is changes with respect to only one of the axes. See here, this when it is in motion in this direction, so this distance d will vary, but the distance from y or from z will remains constant. So if the position of moving object changes, position of moving object changes with respect to one axis only, then it is known as motion in one dimension. If ball moves in such a way that, suppose in this direction, its position changes with respect to two axes. Let x and y. Then it is called motion in two dimension, 2D. If this ball moves in such a way that its position changes with respect to all three axes, X, Y and Z, then it is called motion in 3 dimension. Right? This is the definition of motion. If this ball moves in such a way, it moves with respect to only one axis, called motion in 1 dimension. If it changes in 2 axes with respect to that, then it is called in 2D. And if it changes with all 3 axes, called 3 dimensional, motion in 3 dimension. But see the rest. If no change obtained by observer in any axis, then it is called in the state of rest. State of rest with respect to observer. State of rest with respect to observer. See very carefully. If we say a given object is at rest, in the state of rest, it means that it is rest with respect to the given frame of reference, with respect to the given observer. It means that its position does not changes with any one of the axes. Clear to all of you? I hope this topic is clear. What is the motion and what is the rest? Now, we want to go to see 2 more physical terms. One is a distance, another is a displacement. Distance is a basic physical quantity and it is defined as total path traveled or covered. Total path. Suppose we go from A to B here, then A to B is called distance. Total path covered. SI unit is meter and dimensional formula is L. We are knowing. This is a very simple total path covered. But displacement, second physical quantity, displacement, second physical quantity which have unit and dimension is same like as distance. Its unit is same as meter. Dimensional formula of displacement is L. But see how it is different from distance. Suppose a object move from A to B here. From A to B here. So here is a distance is, in this case, is the distance here total path covered in the arc. So here, but displacement, if you suppose note distance by capital D, so it is this displacement refer to displacement refer to shortest distances. Test distance between initial and final point. So see the initial and final, the shortest distance is this Listen very carefully. So here distance is arc AB and displacement capital D is equal to AB straight line. This is arc and this is straight line. Here, if one moves in a circular path and reach here in this case in circular path, distance is equal to 2 pi r equal to the circumference of this, but displacement is equal to 0 because there is no shortest distance. The initial and there is no short distance between initial and final point, or we can say initial and final point meets at a common point. So these are the distance difference between distance and displacement. One more thing, distance is a scalar quantity, whereas a displacement is a vector quantity. The scalar and vector quantity we will see in detail in the next chapter. Here, thereafter we are going to see some another physical quantity here. That is, the first physical quantity is speed. Speed is defined as, speed is a purely mathematical term in physics. It is mathematically defined as this speed, see very carefully, ratio of distance to time. Distance traveled by time. If we denote speed by S symbol, distance by D and time by T, then speed is given by distance by time, and it is meter by meter. Distance is in a meter and time is in a second, so its SI unit is meter per second, and dimensional formula is LT minus 1. This is the distance. Rate of distance is called speed. Rate means in the mechanics normally use divide by time. The second physical quantity is velocity. Velocity we are representing by V. Sometimes we get confusion that speed and velocity are the same physical quantity. See very carefully how this velocity is different from speed. By the mathematical concept, velocity, which is denoted by V, is also ratio of two physical quantity. It is similar like that, but in place of distance, we take displacement by time. We have already seen the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is the total path covered, where displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final point. So it is by so we can say V is equal to displacement by capital D, time by T in second. It is SI unit is the same, similar like as that, meter per second, and dimensional formula is LT minus 1. So in case of these two, both are the same. See, but this speed is, distance is scalar quantity, it means speed is also a scalar quantity. Since displacement is a vector quantity here, so velocity is in this case is also vector quantity. A small instruction I want to give in case of scalar and vector quantities. In detail we will see in the coming lecture when we will with the scalar and vector quantities. But see, one thing is here, in scalar a physical quantity is measured by only magnitude. Suppose speed is given 3 meter per second. It means it traveled 3 meter in 1 second. Covered 3 meter in 1 second. Right? And here in this, when we take velocity is 3 meter per second, then here is we have to say it's cover 3 meter displacement, not distance. Distance may be 3 or more or less than 3. But displacement is 3 meter in 1 second, and displacement is a vector quantity. It means velocity is also vector quantity, and direction of velocity is in the direction of displacement. So direction of velocity is in the direction of a displacement. See, very important here, this confusion. Conclusion. Now we are going to see one more physical quantity, acceleration. Acceleration is denoted by symbol small a. This is acceleration is vector quantity. Vector quantity means it has magnitude plus direction. This acceleration is defined as rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of not momentum, rate of change of velocity. In mechanics, rate means divide by time. So this acceleration is change in velocity by time. This delta V denotes change in velocity. We can write this is delta V also, V2 minus V1, where V2 denotes final velocity and V1 denotes initial velocity. In this case, we can write it is V2 minus V1 by T, rate of change of velocity. So it is a vector quantity. The direction of acceleration is in direction of change in velocity or velocity, change in velocity. So direction of acceleration is in the direction of change of velocity. So we can say direction is in the direction of acceleration is in the direction of change in velocity. The unit is we can obtain change in velocity means meter per second and time is in second. Then we can write meter per second square, and the dimensional formula for acceleration is LT minus 2. Length have a dimension 1 and time has dimension minus 2, and no dimension, any dimension is of mass. LT minus 2. This is the dimensional. So acceleration is ratio of change in velocity by time, not change in speed by time. So be careful. Acceleration is only and only vector quantity, right? So change in speed is not permitted here in this case. Sometimes we are denoting this acceleration by this formula. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time interval, V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1, and this can be, if time is very small, then it is written delta T tends to 0, delta V by delta T, or in differential calculus it is denoted by dV by dt, rate of change of velocity with respect to time. This is all about the physical quantity acceleration. Now we are going to see another. Many times I told to my students that graph speaks a lot. Speaks a lot. ग्राफ बहुत कुछ बोलता है. Graph speaks a lot in physics. Let us see what speaks today. We will take help of the graph to understand some facts very carefully. The first graph we are going to see time displacement graph. Time displacement graph, when we say TD graph, so time distance graph. See carefully. This displacement we are taking in along y-axis and time along x-axis. Here in this case, time we are suppose we are going to take in second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, and distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here in this. And by taking a different time, if we take a displacements and draw a graph in this, and after joining all points, if we get a straight line, what we get? A straight line. A straight line means slope is constant. See some facts of the graph. If it is displacement on y-axis and time is on x-axis, then it is called displacement versus time graph. DT graph it is called, not TD graph. Displacement versus time. Clear? Suppose we are going to obtain this velocity by it, we can obtain by this graph. So here it is time interval and it is displacement. So velocity is equal to displacement by time interval. Slope is constant. Straight line means slope is constant and it means uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means no change in velocity. No change in velocity. It means body moves with constant velocity. Which velocity? Constant velocity moves. So this is the formula. Unit is meter per second, already discussed, and dimensional formula is LT minus 1. We can obtain some more thing by this graph. See, one graph is here. It is also a graph displacement time curve. Same graph is here, and suppose we are getting two objects is moving, A and B. So their graph is a different, O to A and O to B. If we analyze the graph both, suppose I am making it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in meter, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 second. In this case, when we analyze, slope of OB line is greater than slope of OA. See, slope is here determines the velocity. It means that B is moving faster than A. Slope of OB, this is more line than OA. This means slope determines velocity. So by this it is clear that B is moving faster or with more velocity than velocity of A. So we can say velocity of B is greater than velocity of A. This is one of the observation. One more observation we can obtain by this graph, displacement time. If we get a straight line in this way, means parallel to time axis, it means that displacement is a constant. By here in this graph, when increasing the time, when it's moved from A to B, when A to B here in this case, displacement is constant. It means that constant means no change in displacement. This implies that no change in a displacement with the time. This speaks velocity is a constant. It means body is at rest. So no change in. So this graph speaks a lot of things about it. In this, one more very important observation from the graph, DT graph. Displacement is in the y-axis and time is in x-axis, and we are getting a straight line in this way. This straight line, let how much angle make with the time axis, so it is this angle. And if this angle theta is greater than 90 degree, if you obtain this angle of the straight line during the motion, when you plot by putting different displacement at different times, and when get the position, different positions, and by joining on the line get a straight line in this way, such that it means obtuse angle with the time axis. It means moving body return back in same direction. Return back in same direction towards reference point. See very carefully, means it's moved from here to thin, then moving back to same points. Here in this case, moving back in the same direction. Suppose it is started the journey here and moving back in the directions. Clear this is?